The original need came from, ironically, a Facebook post from somebody that I knew who, about 3 days before Christmas, came across a family who he knew needed some help. So he reached out to them thinking that they needed some toys or something, and found out that they didn't have tennis shoes, they didn't have snow boots, they didn't have anything. So he had posted wanting to help, made a very detailed story where I read it, had to do something, and was able to reach out to the existing friends that I had, business owners. I'm expecting to hopefully raise, $200 or $300, and within 24 hours we had something like $6,000, because the need is there, but a lot of businesses don't see it every day. Those that are able to help want to help but don't know who to help. So that story was able to begin the process.
So I've known John probably since middle school, and he just reached out to me and said, "Hey, I got a family in need." I think they had it was a heating and cooling problem, something wrong with the furnace or something. And, my dad's very philanthropic, I guess. So it was pretty much a no-brainer. I said, "Hey, Dad, I know this guy. He's got this nonprofit and he needs help." And he said, "Okay, let's get the info, send the guy out there." And, it's good to see positive things happening. I think nowadays, even more so the past year, 2 years, everything's so negative, and it's good to see, where we live at, things are positive in the community that, my kids are growing up in, that there are good people that want to help, and people don't hesitate. At the drop of a hat, they just help out, and it's really nice to see, and it's uplifting for sure.
The Jackson community is known for collaborating. We do a great job of collaborating. But connecting the dots provides one more service to our Jackson community that is really needed. As a legislator, every single day, people reach out to my office. They call, they email, and they share their frustrations. They ask questions. They offer insight. But quite often there are people in need. There are a lot of people in need. And so many people may not think of calling your state legislator to get an answer to a licensing problem, a real estate problem, Secretary of State, unemployment, just a need that somebody has out there in our community. But I know in my office, we receive those phone calls and emails daily. The problem is, there quite often isn't an answer. There isn't a location to go for a solution for an individual. Sometimes they're asked, there isn't a state department, there isn't a local entity. And I can tell you repeatedly, I have used connecting the dots to simply do that. I meet and know the people in need in our Jackson community, and by connecting the dots and helping them find solutions, it is the most rewarding part of my job as a state legislator.
Yeah, there's a lot of different needs that we've seen over time. A couple that kind of snowball into a larger issue would be like a car repair. If somebody's car or a family's van broke down, it was a simple fix, maybe a $200 or $300 fix. The family doesn't have it. Say the car breaks down on a Tuesday, they don't get paid till Friday. They don't have that money. They don't have the availability to go to a family member to get that money. It may just seem like a general issue. Okay, they need to find alternative travel for 3 or 4 days. However, what you don't see is that now the kids can't get to school. They may not be able to get to the food pantry that happens on Wednesday to get the food for their family. Parents may not get to work. They may lose their job. So something that's to some people is $200 or $300 repair now is misplacing the children from school. The parents are losing their job. They can't eat. So being able to reach out to those people reach out to us, and being able to connect them to something stops that snowball.
The impact that connecting the dots makes to our community goes above and beyond what's happening right now. First of all, yes, again, it's the financial, yes, it's the service, but it's just knowing somebody cares. It's knowing that we in our Jackson community work together for a better community.
I just think hopefully that it gets to the point where not as many people need help. You see less condemned houses in the city. You see, 200 people needing help at Christmas time is just crazy that there's that many families or plus, that need help. Or you walk into a house and kids are sleeping on the floor. I mean, I have young children myself. I couldn't imagine, it's heartbreaking. So hopefully to a point where we don't see that anymore, we just get out of the poverty and where people don't need help.
I think my hope for the future of Jackson and the community that I'm talking about is twofold. that more people come out and help. But I think the most rewarding thing that I've seen now, and that I think will continue in Jackson, is the people that have received help are already coming back to help other people. So for instance, we had somebody 2 or 3 years ago, I believe, who had issues with getting a car. They needed a reliable car. They just got a really good job in Lansing, but couldn't get there. So we had reached out, and one of our contacts in Jackson was able to get them a car. Well, since then, they've came back and says, hey, I want to pay this forward. Who needs help? And that's not just a one-off. That's often. So the people that we helped 3 years ago are coming back wanting to help others. And the ultimate goal is, at the end of it, everyone keep helping everybody. So us stepping in and helping 2 people has now transformed into helping 100 people through those 2 people. And I really think that if Jackson continues down that path, we might not be needed someday, and I'm okay with that.